going to attempt to learn how to do is attach this here. The options I was given was to cut out the bumper and recess it back behind so it would be right here, or put them in this bolt place, I guess, right there like that. So that's what I'm going to try to learn. Did I already switch that? Nope. Okay. Now I'm going to try to learn how to take the dash off. Well, I don't know if that's the right word or not. This is a toggle switch that I'm going to be using. Right now there's green, I don't know, underlights, green lights under the Jeep that it's just not me. So the plan is to still use this toggle switch and rewire the back lights instead. It appears that there's 2 screws to take the dash part off. Before working on anything electrical, you want to disconnect your battery. So I'm about to learn how to do that. Okay, let me try to get this straight. Disconnected the battery. And this is what was run to the power source. This brown wire is run through that little hole, which goes to your switch. And the switch off and on opens the current and closes the current. And then this red wire runs from the switch and is currently going to each of 4 green underneath whatever lights. This black is the ground wire, and each of these ground wires are run to, the ground wires run to each of the 4 lights. And then this one right here runs back to the negative, there's a word there, part of the battery. Here's the lights we're going to put on the back. And then you've got your hot wire and your ground wire. And then we're going to use one of these butt connectors to make this wire larger. We're going to use a larger wire. And then we're going to use this to fit on here and connect these two. We will heat shrink that. And then on the other side of this, which both ends of this will have to be stripped, we're going to use one of these ring terminals to put around the bolt, and that's what's going to ground this. So let's get to it. 14. And I'm going to go about right there. I'm just going to wing it. And yes. And I want to turn it this way so I can see what I'm doing, maybe. Alright. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then we're going to twist that. And crimp this. And I'm going to peel a couple of these, separate a couple of these off to make this thinner. I don't know how many, I'm just going to guess. Yeah, just kidding. Okay, now we're going to heat shrink. Am I, am I doing that? Just like a hairdryer. That one don't look the same. Take the end of this and we're going to put our ring terminal on and we're going to shrink wrap it. So we're going to put the shrink wrap on first. And then we are going to take this yellow piece off because the shrink wrap will not fit off over that. And then feed that through to where there's about that much showing. And I'm going to go ahead and crimp that. Which, let me turn that around. I always get that backwards. And then you just squeeze the stuffing out of it. And maybe put that in just a little bit. And then we're going to slide the shrink wrap back over, and you want to make sure you cover up your wires for safety purposes. There you have it. Take an extension to make the wire bigger for the connector using a butt connector. And then we're going to cover that with the heat shrink. What we did was put the ring connector through, which is under the screw between the bolt and the bracket. And now what I'm going to do is attach the light to the bracket with 10mm bolts, and it's going to be just a little tricky. Because it's tight spaces, little bitty tight spaces. I don't think that's right. No, so if you've got big man hands, this might be a little hard for you. Okay, I want to show you what it looks like after we took a bunch of the extra wiring out, where the green lights under glow lights were. We have the one brown wire that comes out from the switch and goes across to the battery. There's a connector which is falling down in there. I don't know if you can see it. And it runs to this red that runs to the battery for power. And let me show you on the inside now. Replace this panel right here with the switch there, and then here's where the switch, the wire that comes out of the switch runs in to up underneath the hood. And the red wire, the hot wire, runs from the switch down along through here, just in the floor, and then ran it up underneath the carpet along through here and down through there where the hitch wiring, the wiring for the hitch is run down through. And then for now, it's just ran right up through here and over to this one. It's worked okay for now. The hitch cables are down there. I may put some zip ties to that just to keep it from moving around. Now let's look and see when it gets dark. I'll show you what they look like. It is July 4th weekend, so I'm going to show you the full moon, and you'll probably hear or maybe even see fireworks. I don't know if you can see the Jeep here, but I wanted to show you the lights. You can't even see the Jeep for the lights now. You can kind of see the tire, but there they are.